Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do a little bit of talking. I got something I want to show you.
Let me show you something.
Uh, uh-oh, give me a second. I got to make sure I have the right thing pulled up. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, on February 21st, 2026, last month, this judge right here, Judge Novak, reached a couple of conclusions. Judge Novak, this is the bankruptcy. Judge Novak, sorry, he's not a judge. He's not a judge. He's a referee. There is no such thing as a bankruptcy judge. Bankruptcy is under so-called Article 1. There is no provision under Article 1 of the Constitution for anyone to be called a stupid judge. Article 1 does not authorize Congress to create judges. Article 3 allows for the creation of inferior tribunals, inferior courts. Pay attention. Article 3, that would make the judge an Article 3 judge if it was an inferior court. But it's not an inferior court. It's not a court at all. They are referees only by law. But that's not the point. This particular judge has been accused of racial bias and bias against the debtor. This particular judge was told time and time again, hey, you don't have jurisdiction. Hey, you can't do that. Hey, the bankruptcy laws do not permit that. Hey, we have done a petition to the district court withdrawing the referral, and until that matter is handled, you are stripped of any authority to act. They have this thing that says that bankruptcy courts can do procedural matters. No, they cannot. Because once you challenge jurisdiction, it's no longer a procedural matter. It operates as a controversy. The bankruptcy court has no jurisdiction over any controversy. So when you challenge the standing of the opposing party, when you challenge anything in the bankruptcy court loses jurisdiction. Why? Section 23 of the original Bankruptcy Act and the amendment to that act that happened approximately 15 years later in 1889, Congress said explicitly that the district court shall have exclusive and original jurisdiction over all controversies in bankruptcy. And it separated proceedings from controversies. And controversies equated to suits in law and equity, not just equity, not just at law. Suits in law and equity. Well, the bankruptcy court says it's an equity court and it can handle equitable matters. No, the district court can handle those equitable matters, not the bankruptcy referee. All matters bankruptcy involving the controversy is automatically Article 3. Don't take my word for it. Go back and read Section 23 of the Bankruptcy Act. Just that simple. Now, hold on now. We ain't finished yet. We ain't finished yet. Let's show you what the judge ordered on that day. Order reopening advisory proceeding and vacating the dismissal. Well, why would he vacate the dismissal? He issued the dismissal over objections, controversy, over objections, controversy. So let's do this. On June 12th, the defendant, MidFirst Bank, filed a motion to dismiss the complaint pursuant to Rule 12.6b of the Federal Rules of Procedure. Motion to dismiss. Rule 12 is dismissals. Ladies and gentlemen, on October 24th, June to October 24th, that's how long it took him to answer, the court entered an order granting the motion to dismiss. Say what? Why'd you do that? We challenged it. We said we need an evidentiary hearing. We're entitled to an evidentiary hearing. You didn't give it to us. You ignored us, didn't even respond to what we said, and then said the debtor was trying to delay the process and trying to cause harm to the creditor because the alleged creditor had standing, and you didn't prove standing. You just claimed that he had standing. And that, oh, pay attention. The adversarial proceeding, now pay attention, this word right here, the courts added that word. That word does not exist anywhere in the Act of Congress. It says nothing about no adversarial proceeding. It's an adversarial suit. or controversy. Prince said it. Controversy? Okay, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, the controversy is not the bankruptcy court's jurisdiction. I can prove it. Y'all want to hear it? Pay attention. The adversarial proceeding was closed November 13th, 2025, less than 15 days later. Well, sorry, less than 20 days later. Sorry, my cats are outside and they're hearing my voice because they can't come inside no more. They didn't do anything wrong. I just kicked them out. They're not going to be house cats anymore. They're going to be outside cats. They're there to kill the rats and, well, not rats, but rodents, ground squirrels and all of those things. I'm tired of them. They got to go. The rabbits, jackrabbits and all that, they got to go. Got to go, got to go, got to go. Baby kids. Anyway, when the complaint was dismissed and the case closed, he closed the case. Sealed. Get on out of here. You're not wanted here no more. He closed the case, y'all. The motion to withdraw the reference was pending but not yet resolved in the district court. Wait a minute. Are you telling me that the motion to withdraw stripped you of jurisdiction to enter any orders? Hold on. District court case number? On February 17, 2026, the district court issued an order finding the adversarial proceeding is not a core matter, and therefore this court, the bankruptcy court, cannot enter a final order or judgment on a motion to dismiss. The order can't enter a final order or judgment on any more order because the motion to dismiss is not a procedural matter. It's a controversy. The Bankruptcy Act explicitly speaks as to controversies, and only the district court and Article 3 court can handle controversies in bankruptcy because the Seventh Amendment explicitly grants controversies, not just suits where there is a value of greater than $20. Any controversy can only be handled by Article 3 courts. Just that simple. Just that simple. Go read the Seventh Amendment. You get the right to a trial by jury only, pay attention, this is very important, only if there's a value greater than $20. But the controversy is still the only thing that can be handled in a court of actual law. People call it a court of record and all that. It's not just a court of record. It's an Article 3 court, which are automatically courts of record. But let's pay attention. The order requested that this court prepare proposed findings of facts and conclusions of law on the motion to dismiss. Pay attention. This court issued proposed conclusions of law on February 17, 2026. Hold on now. February 17, 2026. See? The district court ordered him to do it, and he did it the same day. Took him several months to do that. But this one, he jumped to it. What? That's what he did. He decided to get with the Pointer Sisters and everybody else and decided to jump and respond to that. The only problem is he didn't give a copy to the debtor, the alleged debtor. He didn't send nothing to him. But hold on now, pay attention. This junk right here, he signed this February 20th. This was received on the 2nd. Was it the 2nd? Yeah, the 2nd, on Monday. This was received on the 2nd of March. But he did this the 17th, people. Did that the 17th, and it still ain't been received. Now, the clerks are going to say, yeah, we sent it to him. That's a lie. But anywho, because the court cannot enter a final order or judgment, dismissal or closure of the case was erroneous. But we told him that. Hey, you can't do that. You don't have jurisdiction. You can't do that. It's with the district court. He said, F y'all, and made a decision on his own. Accordingly, it's hereby ordered that the advisory proceedings, because that's what, when they call it a proceeding, it's advisory, not adversarial. The advisory proceeding is reopened. And the order granted, well, he doesn't have the authority to reopen it because he didn't have any jurisdiction to close it in the first place. We're challenging that. This is not your call. This was the district court call. You can only vacate your order, okay? You don't get to reopen something because it was never closed. because you didn't have the authority to close it in the first place. Pay attention. The order granting the petition to dismiss the complaint pursuant to Rule 12b-6, entered on the 24th of October, docket number blah, 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 is vacated. You had better believe he didn't want to do that. All the problems that that particular character has been causing us, ladies and gentlemen, let me do you a favor. I am now telling the system what I wanted to do, and I am now creating white papers. Then I go back in and I edit those white papers. Why do I do that?
Why does he do it, Mama?
Because the white paper is my memorandum of law. It's incorporated with facts and conclusions of law. This is 33 pages of facts and conclusions of law. Well, it's going to be 27 pages because you see these gaps. Give me a second. Let me see if I can find one more. Oh, well, it's going to be 30 pages. Yeah, because that gap right there I got to fill, and those two gaps got to fill. Yeah, so it's going to be about 30 pages. Okay? Woohoo! And he put submitted. That's why I got to edit it, because it's not produced by AI. I am telling it what to write. Pay attention. I don't let AI write nothing for me. I tell it what to do. That's how I do my documents. But again, as I told you, no matter what anybody say about me, no matter what the courts tend to want to say about me, they can't challenge the knowledge. They can't challenge the rebutting of presumptions. Yeah. They can dismiss and they can order this and order that and cause people to get disheartened, but they cannot handle facts and conclusions of law. They cannot handle rebuttals or presumptions. That's what I do. I have clients who are repeat clients because they're telling me, oh no, that thing that you had us do, it worked. The court gave me this and the court did that and the court did. That's what I'm having now. It's people coming back because now they need to know what to do next because the last thing worked. Now I have one guy, and I feel sorry for him. His name is Tim. And Tim hired an attorney. That attorney cost him $10,000 just to get something dismissed. Shh. Hold on now. Just to get something dismissed. $10,000. You got it. And it really wasn't that much of an effort, but I told him he had to get an attorney. Sorry, because he wouldn't have been able to handle the court. They would have rolled all over on him. And he had too much going on and he didn't have the time. Now he's rescheduling the consult because we're gonna show him how to get that money back. Okay? That's the first thing. But the second thing, hold on now. He hired another attorney. That one took $8,000 and wanted another $3,000. And then removed herself from the case because he wouldn't pay her no more. You guys need to understand, once you hire an attorney, they're under contract. They don't get to remove themselves from the case. Pay attention. They're under contract. The court has nothing to do with it, and they can't get permission from the court to relieve themselves of the contract. They're under contract, and the contract is for them to defend the case. But it's okay. For what those attorneys did for him for $18,000, ladies and gentlemen, there are people who balk at $550 for 2.5 hours worth of my time and my producing documents for them. That's okay, because that's their loss, because that's why they wait till the last minute, because they would rather not pay their rent, not pay their mortgage, and then wait several months, spend that money on something else, and then finally, I had to put the money together to finally do a consult with you. Oh, well, I don't care. There's too many people. Guys, I am booked for the next 2 weeks, and there's nothing I can do about it. And I wish I wasn't because I need a break. No. What I mean by I need a break, I need to finish up some other documents that I need to go ahead and file for myself because I'm getting ready to do something devastating. Okay? But my job is to help people. I've said that from day one. Okay? The more of you who schedule consults, the better I get at my job, which is why I'm offering more, not a selling point, which is why I'm giving people and offering them more in the consults, more items and more things. Okay? That's what that's all about. Why? Because I am getting better at this. The more I do this, the better I get. That's the point. Who else is going to do something every day of the week, 7 days a week, and not improve in what they're doing? I've been up since, well, today I got up at 6:30. I got up at 4, went back to sleep. No, got up at 2, went back to sleep at 4, and then got up at 6:30. Or was it 4:30? No, it was 4:29. I remember looking at the clock just before I closed my eyes. 4:29. Got up at 6:34 when my alarm went off. 6:34 every morning, Monday or Tuesday through Friday. My alarm goes off at 6:34 every morning. Got up at that time, and I've been up behind this computer ever since. And I went outside to take care of some minor things, but I had to come right back in here at this computer because I've been working on that stuff for you guys. So who else can do this 7 days a week and not improve? Exactly. So that's how I improve. Now look, I got to finish this before I go to sleep because I got to produce this for him so he can get it in the court. Because I wanted to give the court some time to do what they do because they're panicking now because they sold the property and all that. And I'm like, don't worry about them selling the stupid property. We're still gonna do what we do. They can't go any further. They can't proceed with going through getting an order from the court or anything. The new owner can't do anything. It doesn't matter what they say they think they can do. The automatic stay is automatic. Automatic. What? I told you that song is in my head now. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, look, you guys have a good day. I just thought I'd show you that all of you can use that order. Go back, look at the case number. You don't need the document. You just need to refer to the case number. Let's show it to you again. All you need to do is refer to this particular case number, not the adversarial, this one right here. All you got to do is refer to that case number in Chapter 11. Many of you didn't know that you can file as the debtor in possession. Okay? Chapter 11, not Chapter 7. But I don't want you guys going through that. That case right there proves that you can file as a sole proprietor. That case right there proves you can file as a sole proprietor. You got two orders, one from the bankruptcy referee and the other from the district court on a Chapter 11. So if you've been told that you can't do it, that case proves that you can. This is what I do, people. All right. No, I'm not going to advise the rest of you to do a Chapter 11. It's not you don't need the headache. Okay? That case has been going on for a minute. You don't need the headache. And I'm not going to help you like I'm helping him. Okay? Because I haven't charged that person what I should be charging them. But I have been helping them. And I can't, they're panicking, I don't care. They are panicking, I don't care about their panic. Okay? I don't care, we're about to do, oh God, the world's ending. I don't care. I don't care. It's not that I'm heartless, okay? Because I like that song by that group, and I forgot the name of that group that sang Heartless. I like that song. It's not that I'm heartless. Pay attention. It's not that I am heartless. It's that I don't care because what I do has nothing to do with rushing to do anything. Ta-da! Oh, this is me creating, I'm using, what is this thing, Codex by OpenAI to create my financial app that does my taxes for all of my corporations. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got one more thing to show you. One more thing to show you. Give me a second. We're going to go here. And we don't want that. We're going to go, I think this is it. Oh, yeah, this is it, y'all. This is EeoN's partnership separation. I have 8 corporations, but the 8 corporations worked out contracts with one another. Those 8 corporations have partnerships. Okay, those partnerships worked out agreements. and those agreements are producing revenue, and they are producing revenue. They've been producing revenue. It's just I wanted to produce a white paper showing how you can. Many of you guys are sitting up here trying to form a corporation and getting your corporation's EIN numbers and all that, and you're not even thinking about forming a partnership with your corporation. Now, that's one way you can do it. Forming a partnership with your corporation, working out the contractual relationship between you and the corporation, the person and the entity, or the straw man, and having that corporation operate in such a way to where it generates revenue on paper, because that's the only place revenue can be generated. Dollar bills are not money. That's not currency. Dollar bills are not money. They're not currency. They have no value. The Treasury said they have no value. Everything is on paper. That's why it's called the accrual method of accounting, double entry bookkeeping. When you understand double entry bookkeeping, whoo-wee, now you can do some damage. Now you can act like the so-called idiots do. Well, it's creating this paper for me. We have 15 pages worth of explaining this. I'm not finished because he's got more to do. I just had him stop right there for the time being because I'm tired. Been working on this stuff all day. You feel me? So, look. Let it be, let it be. We're going to let you go. I just wanted to let you know this is only the tip of the iceberg for me. I haven't even scratched the surface of all of the things that I know and can do. I mean, I even came up with an idea today. I can't tell it to you because I don't want nobody taking this one. This is a simple idea that would work for anyone who has a home. Does anybody have a heart? Okay, both Dionne Warwick and the boy, dang it, Luther Vandross sang "Anybody Have a Heart." Okay, ladies and gentlemen, gotta go. Y'all take care. Oh, I got the music in me. Okay, I got songs in my head all day long. Gotta go.